Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's go, baby. The lifers, man. We're back at it like we are every single day. No days off, if you can believe it. Some days I can't even. I was just saying to my daughter, I said, do you see what your daddy does? I said, every single day, 4 years, no days off. My wife said, see what I do, 9 months pregnant. You're so funny, man. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's stay hydrated. Let's remember where we came from. Keep the body going. Did you work out today? I worked out so hard today. Did a beautiful upper body workout. It also did, side wedges, side planks with a leg going up and over one leg. Unbelievable. Absolutely love it. Stay motivated. Stay ready to go. Every single day is a day to go after your dreams. Every single day is a day to make it happen. Every single day is a day to go after who you want to become. Don't be lazy. Don't follow the regular crowd. Go your own way. Find somebody online that motivates you. That's what I did. You may have found me. Let's go, baby. Me and you together can change your life. I know we can. Let's go. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's start it. We're going to jump into the charts. We're going to have a blast today. It's going to be amazing because we're going to make it amazing. Our mindset is going to make today. I already know tomorrow morning I'm going to wake up in gratitude for today because today is going to be such a blessed day. Amen. Let's have a big sip of lemon water. Let's stay hydrated. Let's get into it. Let's stay focused. Let's see if we can even find some gains today as Bitcoin did a little bit of a pop, but sitting at 67,500. We're going to break it down. I've already been looking at it for the last few hours, so I'm in tune. I'm ready to go with you. I tell you what, nothing better than that lemon water. I'm telling you what, nothing better than the lemon water. I'll put a slight fan on here in the studio, keep it going. Not easy wearing a suit every day and a jacket, but I love you and I love doing it. So shout out to everybody here. Let's get that music back up and running. Let's stay motivated with the music. All right, baby, all right. And we have a strawberry full moon coming. Yes, that's right. And it's interesting. It's going to be on June 21st, the first day of summer, the summer solstice and the full moon. I think that's pretty powerful. It's a special time. And so the moon to appear on the summer solstice, it's going to be a big moon too. Do we get a pump in a week from now? Only time will tell with the full moon, but just something to think about here in cryptocurrency. All right. Okay, I have a cheat say with Pellegrino Lemonade. I found out Pellegrino puts some type of metal, like there's graphene in Pellegrino water. Stop drinking it immediately. Watch the video on Rumble where the guy heats them both up, takes a magnet, and he sees this stuff moving around inside Pellegrino. The FDA just recalled tons of drinks, including Fiji water, if you can believe it. Things that you thought were good for you had a bunch of garbage in them. It's sad. I've been drinking San Pellegrino for the last 2-3 years a lot. I'm a little like, dang, I've been putting graphene in my body and didn't even know it. I don't mean to bust your bubble. I have San Pellegrino right now. I'm going to pour it out, my last bottle in the fridge. I'm going to pour it out, make sure my kids don't touch it. But go watch that video. Type in San Pellegrino graphene on Rumble. You'll see. You will see. And I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the honest truth. Okay. All right. I will still finish it only 2 a week. I wouldn't finish it, man. I wouldn't drink it ever again. But anyway. All right. So Bitcoin this morning, I looked at the 7-minute. The 7-minute looked like it could make a move to the upside, right? Why? Well, they had already pumped it. And then I saw that the stochastics were low and curving. So we had put this in a little flag. And I said, look for this to break and get a little bit of a pump here to the upside for Bitcoin. Around 8:30, I was talking about it. I said, but we got to break back above the 200 SMA. We pressed play. We did get the pump exactly. And then we got rejected by the 200 SMA. Now we're just been going sideways in this kind of plank area here for Bitcoin. And we're going to zoom out, show you what we're really looking at, make some sense of what's happening, and see if there's even money. Graphene is good for you. It makes you extra slippery. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. More likes for the lifers. Shout out to everybody here. How's MAZZE looking? We'll just take a look. Thank you for asking. First coin we jumped into there, MAZZE. Proof of work layer 1. Very similar to Casper in a way. Nothing really close to it. MAZZE took a beat down. And so I don't own any of this, just to make it clear. We first started looking at it, and I just started watching it. Could it stay in this rounded bottom? MAZZE took a beat down back to kind of where it really first began. I don't own any of this. I don't truly believe in it. I just kind of, YouTuber had brought it up. I looked at it, speculated on it, but I didn't. I think Ben Armstrong had put it on my radar. I was just looking at it. but I never bought a penny of it. I just want to make that clear. Could it continue? Is that its rounded bottom now? Maybe. If you do more research and you really appreciate it, I have not added it to the portfolio. I want to make that very clear. Okay. Manipulation. Why would you not filter your own water? Amen. Amen. Yeah. If you drink it, don't do the water, man. You're funny, man. How's Arc Block? Anyway, can you please chart Flux? We will take a look at Flux if you'd like, but then we got to get back into Bitcoin. I'm just doing a freebie, no super chat for you, just to be nice today. Hooking you up. Let's take a look at Flux. Wow, holding 85 cents. That's interesting. You would have thought it was lower after all the flux that went on with Flux. I don't give a flux about Flux. No, but, you know, Flux is just doing its thing, and that cup and handle had that beautiful pump. I met the guys, the Flux guys over at Consensus last year. They were really down to earth. They were realists too, which I really appreciated. They were pretty cool people. But, you know, I see Flux probably coming down here. Maybe it bounces one more time off this local support at about 65 cents, and then boom, I mean, and then Flux could get all the way to 223 possibly. I don't own any, but that's a cup and handle. Pull your Fibonacci from retracement there, and, you know, be deep diving around the 786 if you believe in the project, and then hold till you get to 223 if you believe in crypto, right? Crypto is pretty much crypto is this simple. Do you believe that we're going to have a bull run in the next year and a half that's going to be crazy? Yes or no? If you say yes, then you're forced to have to actually invest in cryptocurrency. Okay? I believe that, whether it happens or not. I had to believe that the last 2 times. I believed it played out. Okay? I made some money. I got out of the rat race, changed my life, right? So I believe it again. So once we decide that, we then pick coins that we believe in after research, and then we hold them till the bigger idea we thought, which was the bigger market movement, occurs. When that occurs, we then get out of our altcoins and we walk into the sunset. It's a very simple process. Most people just have 1,000 thoughts going on in their brain. I keep 1 or 2 thoughts in my brain. Look what I do for a living. I show up, I go over the charts. I have to analyze Bitcoin on a daily basis for my life to go well. Keep your life simple. Don't give yourself a lot of tasks to be successful. I got to show up and do my live stream. I got to scan the altcoins, which is hard. That's not easy. It's a constant process. I got to know when the highest probability of the market moving is and put the most highest probability plays out at that time. But that took years of what I did. You know, what I want to say is not about me. It's about any successful person. They choose simple things to do to become successful. All right? People want to become successful, but they choose 17 things to do, and they're like, why am I not successful? They try to run companies, and they try to do every single task. You got to get good at one thing, and then surround other people that are good at other things, right? Like, I'm personally, this is going to sound insane, I'm not the best scheduler. I get ideas so fast, my mind goes all over the place. I say, yeah, I'll meet you tomorrow too, and then next thing you know, like, I'm like boating tomorrow at 2, or someone else says, hey, you want, and I have people calling me, I'll say, hey, you want to come to this? You want to do that? Like, someone wants to take me kayaking. You know what I'm saying? So I hired a team to schedule my schedule and tell me where to be. And I just got to check in with my assistant, and they make my schedule. So, like, I wasn't good at scheduling. Most people would not be able to survive, right? So I hired someone else that's better at scheduling than me. That's insane, right? But that's the solution to my insane mind. You get it? So if you're like me and you have great ideas, you're a mover, you're a shaker, you're a leader, you just might need the right people around you to become successful. All right? That's it. That's it. And I just admitted something to you guys that I never would like to admit. But, you know, if you have the right people around you, you can't lose. I can't lose. Tonight, I'll be at my screen share on time. You know what I mean? Anyway, and I'm on my show every day on time. Most trades outside of high volume times will get hunted. Amen. Exactly what he said. Yeah. I got a site that shows dang near all the water on the shelf is trash. They even found faults in the Berkey. I was shocked. I did see someone that found faults in the Berkey, but then they went back and found some other things that they said they may have been off, but I did see some faults in the Berkey too. It's getting harder and harder to find clean water, man. Anyway, let's break down BTC and talk about it from front to back, all right? All the way from the weekly down. I mean, the weekly has gotten to the oversold region while it consolidated. Like, when the stochastics go from top to bottom, and here's a top to bottom, that's a dump. Here's a top to bottom, that's a dump. those 2 weekly movements were pretty large for Bitcoin. They basically took up the majority of the bear market, right? March 28th all the way to June, just, March, April, May, June, 4 months. And then November, right, to January. So it really was just 7 months of pain and then some sideways consolidation. We act like it was so bad, the bear markets. But like, they're shorter than we realize. The more I go through them, the easier they get. You know what I'm saying? And the more we chew right through these resistance, all right, and support. So Bitcoin bounced off beautiful weekly support and resistance there, 60K. And then our 65.5 level that I always talk about. Let me readjust this nicely, right? As long as we stay above 67,200, I remain bullish. And I know I sound like a broken record, but that's how I look at it on the macro. Right now, that weekly is turning into a bearish engulfing candle. We don't want to see that. That's not going to be a good look. Could even be a bit of an M pattern. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be open-minded here. If you've traded in your lifestyle, you haven't seen this play out into a bear. I've seen that done many times, this exact structure. So I'm not saying it's going to happen for sure, but I have seen this play out. 52,000 would be the measured move. The daily would step in and you would hit the 200 MA on the daily. Maybe you don't go to, you might go to like 59, 57, 56. Okay? And I'm not guaranteeing any of this. I'm just pointing out that it could be a possibility right now. I'm showing you all the proper possibilities. Then we whittle down the probabilities from those. And I tend to get a projection analysis based off that idea. And that's what I do here every single day. Shout out to the love. Can we get the love here? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I did to you guys. Did I do something to you? Did I not show up enough? Did I not give enough gains yesterday? I gave gains on the live stream. Then I gave gains on Jerome Powell. I made $180 in like 4 or 5 minutes during the Fed meeting, and I gave it live for free. I don't deserve 1,000 likes? Do I really not deserve the likes? I don't know. It's weird. Like, did I do something? I don't know. You guys have to understand I'm a sensitive guy. And when I don't get the likes, I think you guys hate me or you don't like me or something weird's going on. So let me know that you love me. Let me know that I can feel loved. I have some autistic things going on with me. I'm a sensitive person. All right? I'm not normal. For me to be able to figure out the charts, there's some other things going on. The likes really make me feel good. So if you want to make me feel good and you want to pump me up, I'd really appreciate the like button. I'm a vulnerable guy. All right? I'm not trying to say I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. I have some faults. Just like you. We are the same. I just push forward every single day and don't let them get to me as much as everybody else. Let's take a look at the weekly here. The weekly could still be in some type of channel. All right? No. I'm live streaming. No more. I love your... Thank you. No more of this. No more of this, guys. Okay. Beautiful. That's a beautiful pennant. I like what I'm seeing on the pennant for, and as long as we keep this high or low, we're okay. We're okay. And honestly, this is a macro uptrend. And even if we came down and we went here, I still say we're in a bullish trend unless we broke 40K, 41,000. All right? All right. I would tap if I could. People with ADHD and autism can have high rejection sensitivity. Amen. Yeah, it's true. It's extremely high. Because we get overexcited and stimulated by just, simple contact, so then we don't understand, it's what happens. All right. I understand. I get myself. It took me years to figure out who I was, but I got it. God helped me. So let's take a look here at the 3-day chart. The 3-day chart oversold in the stochastics. We double click on that. That's a bearish sign and pointing to the downside. Doesn't look amazing. Looks like we could go lower. There's a bit of a double top here. And we've been having a regular resistance. Love your TA. Sending love from Ireland. What the Sigma? God bless you. Thank you so much for that £5.99 pound. That's so nice of you to drop 6 beans on the super chat. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. Pay that light tax or we passing out. You're funny. Evictions. No excuses. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. If you can't go to the gym, try sauna, lifers. Hey, sweat it out, right? So the 3-day chart suggests more pain is coming, and we're just getting started for a dump. All right? It does. It does. I'm sorry to say. And where we would go the length of the base of this, and this would dump, and we would either double bottom on the 3 days, somewhere right here at about 58.8, or we might even go lower all the way down to about 52,800 for Bitcoin. And so, if we lose this key level, if we decide that 65.5 can't hold, we're likely going to come test right there, that 64,000. And if we lose 64,000, 61 and 60K are very quick and easy to get to. Not a lot of support in that area. So it's crucial that we somehow get a bounce here and don't lose this level. It's crucial the 3-day chart can hold that 21 moving average, that white line right there. So we're at a pretty, there's some fear getting induced into the market here. And they definitely have people in jitters. This is good. I wanted to see this into 64, 62. Back at 70, lower than it was last week at 78. Yeah, I definitely want to see this getting lower because we're definitely not in a euphoric stage. We're definitely in, and I see the fear ingredient index here, more towards the neutral section. I believe my indication of it is better than theirs, but you never know. All right, I just feel like they've been off recently, but who knows? They say we're at 70. I feel 65, 64. What do you guys think? Right? Adding more money when there is fear. Well, smile when it's green. Amen. Bro, last night when you were waiting for the long, I did short. Hey, man, that's a real game, man. Yeah. I don't know what he meant. Yeah, it's weird. Moonbase need to come down to earth. I think the fear and greed index is manipulated. I see no greed for a while now. All the Bitcoin dumps from the miners dumping thoughts. Yeah, I don't even know what he was saying. The daily shows one downside leg left to complete. Doesn't mean it will be a big one. I'm feeling overall bullish because of the fear. Have you tried Suravani water? Never heard of it. I'll find out what it is now. Feel like a 50 split on fear and greed. Me too. 100%. So here we are. Now, when the moving averages get super tight and you're upside down, you tend to pump up to the daily 200 SMA. We have seen that. Bit of a double bottom. Could we get that move further to the, and if we've watched this has been how some bottoms have been made for Bitcoin. And I'm flipping the chart upside down just to give it some perspective here. Then there's a bit of a double. So you got the double top, heavy resistance. Even the daily has resistance at 72K, 71.8. Just couldn't seem to get back above it numerous times. We had a chance. We got tight in the zones. They just didn't give us the love. They were like, no. The bulls didn't have enough firepower for whatever reason. Even with ETF buying and everything else, we just didn't have the sauce. And yesterday was amazing, right? What a pump yesterday, and everything seemed euphoric and amazing, and then boom. We pumped on CPI. We dumped on Jerome Powell, right? And today even, we had PPI today, if I'm correct. I don't want to maybe outspeak, but I believe, we had core PPI today at 8:30. It also made the market go up and down crazy. The whole week has been insane. We had unemployment claims, which were higher than forecast, right? Which is technically kind of what you want to see for the rate hike, right? We want to see unemployment claims go up and up and up so that they have to cut the rate. That's kind of what we want to see. But they keep saying we have a strong labor market, but then why did the unemployment claims go up from the act? You know what I mean? So that it's weird. We get mixed signals all the time. I believe because this, the same binary influences that we look at, they're not the same anymore. Like the supply of money is so much bigger. So all the different metrics that we look at, they don't give off the same information anymore because they're skewed. Does that make sense to everybody? It makes sense to me. And then the more they manipulate it to make it seem like month over month, or they took a year instead of 2 years, or to try to shrink the data so they can say it doesn't look as bad, so they don't look as bad, because that's the only thing they can do. Think about it. They know they're wrong on both sides. What else would you do? So they know if they cut the rates, right, what will happen is inflation still ain't going to change. They're still going to print money. The government is still going to continue to vote for deficit spending, and they're just going to still pile more money into circulation beyond belief. And no matter what they do to cut the rates, that's going to soar the stock market, soar Bitcoin, probably even going to soar real estate. It's going to make people easy to lend, but I still see real estate going up in price. So it might bring a slight ebb down, but over time, real estate will still continue to go up. It will still continue to go up. And so what we're going to see here is, if they cut the rates, I'd still see inflation happening. If they don't cut the rates, they stifle the economy, and we go into a recession. Nobody, and it gets worse and worse for the average person. I don't see how they beat inflation either way. So what can they do? They have to skew the data to give themselves a year or two to fend off the wolves. That's what I would do. What else would you do if you were caught you would have to skew the data. There would be no other, because both sides ain't going to work. So now you have to skew some data to give you a couple years to playing room before you get the heck out of Dodge. Like maybe Jerome Powell will resign and then he'll be off and, anyway, school is out every summer. Bus drivers, cafeteria workers, and others in that system file unemployment during the summer. That's a good point. When units are high but dollars are low, you brag about units. And when dollars are high but units are low, you brag about dollars. When both look too small, you talk percentages. Amen. Amen. Bitcoin formed a potential inverse head and shoulder pattern on the 12 to the 1 day time frame. Either way, we have been here before, and one day it pumps. So yeah, just be patient. Stuff happens. Shout out to Super B. Amen. So we have a falling wedge on the daily, right? They break up 68% of the time. It has a bit of a cup and handle double bottom there. We did not lose the previous resistance as support. The second we do that, we will test 65.5, and then if we lose that, 64,000. And if we lose that, I don't see how we don't tussle with 62 and 63, and we'll go from there. Let's take a look at our 8-hour time frame, the go-to, and it was looking beautiful, like we were going to cross the dotted line and go into Valhalla and just break on out at least to the top of the trend one more time. But no, we got the drastic resistance here, and we weren't able to get back above 70,000. 70,000 was a drastic resistance, and then we decided to get a nasty drop throughout the day, right? Another thing that I talked about and was obvious to me was the 1 hour did pump high away for the 21, and we knew we had to revisit the 21. We did that, came back up, and now we're just kind of slumping. The 1 hour looks bearish to me right now, and if I had to call it, it looks like it's in a descending triangle. These descending triangles like to dump straight to the downside. I feel like there's a descending triangle inside of what we could try to call as an ascent is a falling wedge, right? So I don't mean to mess with your brain. I'll take away the descending for now. It can be a little too much. I can see it in my head, but like a bit of a double top descender, falling wedge. Can you reverse here? The 1 hour doesn't look good to me. Looks like it may want to head down to the bottom of the wedge here and test 65.5. So it looks like we may get a $2,000 drop here for Bitcoin. I mean, the 1 hour doesn't look amazing. Let's take a look at our 15-minute. And you have to remember, I have no idea where price action is going to go. No clue. I'm waiting for price action to tell me. I'm looking for clues inside of the technical analysis to get an edge in the market. I may or may not get one. If I don't get one, I move on. It's a constant battle, a constant process. You're not guaranteed the clues either. You got to work hard for them, right? Anyway, make sure everything's going well here on the studio. I was unable to see my live streaming window for a second. I don't know why. April 17th, the only this year my portfolio was lower than today. Yikes. Adam and Eve on the 15th. Blessed day, everybody. All this positive news and no new is bearish. I don't look at stuff like that as bearish. You see? Something's going on here. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. I can't see my stream. Everyone all right? We still good? Am I still live here? Everybody? Can I get confirmation from my wife or anybody in my entire company that I'm still live? It would be great. Nobody. It's all right. I don't mind. I do most things by myself anyway. It is what it is. Yeah, all good. Great. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you, David Kendall. Appreciate that. All right. Okay. Something just happened in the back end of YouTube here. Every once in a while, they mess up or they send an error and it wasn't. We're all dead with the BS price manipulation. I know, right? It is pretty crazy what the last few days have been like. Kind of makes you want to go for a walk, right? And just say, F you. It does. It gets in your head a little bit. But they won't stop me from being consistent and pushing forward every single day. So it's back to the 15 and the battle with the 200 MA. And I know that the smaller time frames are going to be my guide here to fruition. And I use them all the time to find my way. So can the 7 and the 15 get back above the 200 SMA? Can we make it happen, Cap'n, and get a move here? And this is kind of what I see. And it's also slow volume. When you have CPI and PPI, they take so much of the volume out of the market on that day because the market goes up and down so much. it drains the rest of the week. Like, I wouldn't be surprised in the next few days we either just go kind of slowly down and bleed out, or we just kind of, you know. This is a cup and handle. I'll give it to you. Sammy cup and handy to the upside, right? And that's why no day in the market is the same. Shout out to the 1,270 people here on the live, 472 likes. You people, the warriors. Everyone that's kicking it with me right now, God bless you. I sold a third of my portfolio yesterday. It definitely made me feel like taking a walk. Wow. Yeah, I don't sell in bull markets like that, right? But hey, maybe you had to. I don't know, you know. When are you feeling the pain and starting to question your thesis? That's when the market will blast and never come back. 100%. Sam, we're going to see you in a Celtics jersey. I mean, I got a Celtics jersey, yeah. Summer, can you go get my Celtics jersey, baby? It's in my walk-in closet. See if my family even hears me. Nobody even cares about me anymore. He just works 7 days a week in the office and like. So we got a bit of a cup and handle here for Bitcoin on the 7. We're oversold on the 7 and the 15. And bounce, 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 bounce. The bulls have showed some support here at 67,300. Can we put in a wall and get a bounce? I'd be watching the 7 to the 15 for a break above the 200. If we continue to slump and we lose this 200 SMA, we lose this point of control on the VRVP on the 7, and then you see us below like 66.8, it's time to short. And it would be likely we're coming down to 65.5. Thank you, sweetie. No, I got a Jason Tatum jersey that I bought at the finals last year. See-through, right? Because it's green on the green screen. But and then I even paid for the finals patch. You had to buy it. You had to buy this finals patch, and then you had to wait in line for someone to put it on the shirt. And I did. I spent a half an hour doing that. I was there before the game started. And so I have a one of one finals jersey. No one has this with the finals patch on it. I went to a finals game. I paid $1,000 to see that game. Thank you, sweetie.
Make sure to smash that like button and hit the notification bell. And subscribe.
Thank you, everybody. And do what she does. If you deny a 9-year-old girl's suggestions to help out her dad, you're a horrible person. Okay? An absolute horrible person. So like, if you can't hit the like button or subscribe after a 9-year-old girl sweetly, kindly asks you, you have no heart and you're blacker than coal inside. All right. I had to pull it, man. Man, is yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, man, it's the truth, right? Those are facts. Those are facts. If you can't hit the like button after that little sweet girl asks you, you have a heart full of black death. I'm sorry, I'm messing around. Man, I never so go good being manipulated so much. All right. So we're watching to see this move here for Bitcoin. We did just get a $400 bounce from 66.3 to 67.4 out of nowhere there in the last 14 minutes for Bitcoin, even less than that. I'm long on this cup and handle. I didn't open up a long yet, but you know, I could see a move here while everyone's in fear. Get a bit of a bounce here and kind of start the journey. There's a low, there's a high, there's a higher low. So let's watch the smaller time frames for a break above this 200, this yellow line. If we don't break above it, we're going to dump. If we break above it, there's a chance we start to move at least to 69.5, and then possibly we could get back up to 71.9, and things could kind of start to shape up here for Bitcoin. So I'm telling you, I'm bullish, baby. That's sweet. I'm a human. That's golden. Amen. We believe this. They've been scamming all day. Yeah. And again, I'm good at at jumping in the market when I need to be and when I don't need to be. Thank you, Lakochi Coker. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, everybody. All right. Maneki, baby, Maneki. Still lifer. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate my whole staff and all my whole team and everybody holding me down. You people are amazing people and blessed. Blessed. Thank you, Stack. Seeing your text now too. Amazing. Always got support on the back end. So Bitcoin in chop. If we don't get back above the 15-minute 200 MA, which we just basically almost got rejected by right there, expect more downside. You know? So, again, I didn't open up a long or short last night. I stayed off the market. We had this week has been a good week of trading. I've hit a lot of gains this week on the leverage side, so I don't want to push it. You know? We got, I didn't expect the gains that we got. I didn't expect the extra scalp yesterday during the Fed day, during Fed meeting. We got it I waited the whole meeting, and then the last 5 minutes of the stream, we nailed it. So, that's a blessing. And so I'm not going to push myself into chop. I don't see my confirmation yet. Let me take a look at 1 minute. We got one right there when the 1 minute broke above the 200, open up a trade. And then, wow, and then you got some divergences, and then anywhere in this area you could have scalped. So there's my system right there. All I got to do is look there, right there, take that trade, call it a day. Those, if you're my student, there was 3 trades to take since 3 in the morning. One there, and one there. And I teach you get in when you break the 1 minute 200, stop loss on the other side, and then just don't be greedy and stack the wins as they keep coming. That's it. Sometimes you'll sell here. Sometimes it'll come up, you'll sell there. Very rare you'll get this move all the way because it's too choppy, right? Sometimes it'll do this. It'll come up, you'll get in, and it'll come right. You'll get stopped out, but you won't get stopped out for a lot because your stop loss is very close to the moving average, see? Therefore, you can do 10 to 1s, 8 to 1s, 7 to 1s. In this manner, when you're losing $50 to gain 600. If you lose 5 of those, that's 250. You hit 1, you make 600. You only need to hit 1 of 5 of those. You know what I mean? So when you start using the moving averages, it changes the rate of risk for me personally. It changed my whole life when it came to leverage trading because I was able to shave the risk off a little bit more, and I was able to become highly more accurate over time. Now, this is something that I had to backtest and play with, and I saw it in front of myself for years, but I didn't make the call on it. I wasn't able to make, it's like trading is weird. First, you have a mentor that teaches you what a moving average is. You don't even know what it is. You learn terminology, overbought, oversold, moving averages, right? It takes a year to sink in to really understand terminology, support or resistance, and start to get your basis point there. That's just a year of being around. The next year is when you start understanding how to put the things together and build with indicators. And then you start understanding overbought, oversold, stochastics, RSI, MACD, right? And then that goes on. There's some confusion in that second year. And I believe this is the progression of every, someone that wants to go all the way. Now, the third year is when you start actually doing some of your own back. You realize it's not as easy as you thought. You have to start back testing. You yourself have to believe in it, even if your mentor and your teachers have showed you what happens. You yourself have to believe in it. And you go from there. That's my book, baby. Come on. Let me get that. You went into my other areas? Don't be doing that. I love you with your pigtail, your pigtails. I love you, baby. Hey, you can tell them to like and subscribe.
I like to subscribe.
No, say like and subscribe to Sammy Cup and Handy.
Like to subscribe, Cup and Scammy.
No, Sammy Cup and Handy.
Sammy Cup and Handy.
Yo, when she says Sammy Cup and Handy, I die. Yo, I just... that will be forever me. That'll ever get me going, man. Yo, she's the best. Oh my gosh. She's the best. That was my 3-year-old dropping bombs, bro. She's the best. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. My kids are the best. I love my kids so much, man. Can there be a better way to live life than to be a dad? No. There's nothing better than kids, man. If there is someone's lying to you, there's no drug, there's no experience, there's no travel situation, there's no... I don't care, man. You can go to 1,000 people in an event, whatever you want. Nothing beats kids, man. She said Sammy Cup and Scammy. You're funny, man. She gonna pump the 1 hour above the 200, man. Scrambly. Sammy Scrambly. Yes, but kids become teenagers. I hope not. Yeah. I can't stop laughing at your laugh, man. Is your system covered in your trading course? Of course it is, man. You get a 9-point checklist. Jump on in. I teach the last. Oh wow, we took it away. What was I doing there? But the last Friday of every month, or the last Saturday of every month, I teach this class. So I will be teaching this class in about 17 days, something like that. Let me find out the exact date for you, and hit the link there. But it will be Saturday the 29th, the last Saturday of June. The 29th, I will be teaching class live. You'll sit with me for 3 hours from 9 a.m. to 12 Eastern Daylight Savings Time. That's New York City time, and you will learn the sauce of what I teach. I'll show you when I got in, how I got in, why I got in at certain places for Bitcoin. I'll teach you what I looked for. We'll talk about trend analysis, support or resistance, the VRVP. We'll show you bullish divergences, bearish divergences. You'll understand divergence. I'll show you how I set up my chart. You'll get basically a 9-page PowerPoint with my 9-point checklist before I get into a trade, and it'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. All right. My eldest is also 9 and 6 years old. They are a handful. Amen. Yeah. It could smash the like twice. I would. Amen. She's going to make Bitcoin go boom. She's going to be an amazing trader like her dad. Amen. I have 4 bros and 3 girls. Wow, that's amazing. 2 kids on my side, 13 and 17. Best way to know you better. Amen. Yep, people, you haven't put in all this work and money to give up now. I like what this guy said. Sounds amazing. I'm going to sign up. Do you have any tips for trading on Saturday only? I work a ton on the weekdays. No, Saturday is the worst day to trade. It is the lowest volume. You don't want to pick the least amount of volume days to trade. What you can do is, see, when people say that, it's not that difficult. I'm going to teach you how to set alerts in my trading group. And you're going to wake up at, say you go to work at 7 in the morning. You're going to wake up at 5. You're going to chart 15, 16 coins. You're going to look at what I'm talking about. You're going to look at the market. You're going to set alerts. Then you're going to go to lunch. And if you see an alert hit at lunch, you're going to enter a trade with a stop. And then 3 days later, you're going to either get stopped out or you're going to win the trade. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter that you're working most of the week. People don't realize that. You do have to figure out the market. And the market's not easy to figure out when you don't pay attention to it. I'll give you that. Like, I had to eventually I realized to become a pro trader, I had to eventually not do anything but trade. Trading was too hard for me to be amazing at it. And it doesn't mean you can't make money on a bull run and join a trading group, have a side job and learn what we're doing. But if you want to become a pro trader, making money in a bull run and becoming a pro trader are two different things, number one, right? They're not the same thing. You can make money in a bull run and not become a pro trader, all right? And you can become a pro trader and not make money in a bull run yet. You know what I mean? But most pro traders will make money in a bull run because that's when you make the most money as a pro trader, period. I mean, there's just too much volume out there for you not to take advantage of the move. We need this to make some type of inverted head and shoulder here and save the day. 1 minute again, rejection by the 200 SMA. 200 SMAs, you must break back above yellow lines to remain bullish. That is a bit of a cup and handle too, and there is some bullish divergence here on the 1 minute time frame. Right? This swings up, while this is a sharp swing to the downside. And now we want to look at if we saw, enough liquidations on BOOKMAP in that low area where the divergence occurred. Right there, we did get some liquidations. That was the divergence right there, you see? Then we got some short liquidations, and now we're back here at 67,500. Where's the most liquidity yet again? It's still further to the downside, yet they did build this bar here at 68.5. So there's a little bit there that we could come touch. The closest reddest area, they're kind of on either end of us, but 68.5 looks interesting to me. I want to place 100x long on you, man. I believe in you. God bless to Fishy. I love you, and I thank you for saying that. That's been a challenge. I work a 9 to 5. I'm learning a study afterwards for hours. See, I worked a night shift. I think it helped me. And then a guy I worked with was cool with me getting in at I got in at 7. I left at 1. So I worked from 7 to 1 for literally about 5 years of my life. There was 30% of the days I would have to stay a little later. And then 15% I would have to stay till 4 or 5, and it would be out of control. But, about 70% of the time, I was able to leave and work from 7. I was working 25-hour weeks, up by 9 o'clock, and I had my whole day to study the charts. The night shift really gave me the edge to be able to make a move in my life. Everyone felt bad for me. Oh, he's on the night shift. That must suck. On the low, I was going to the beach during the days when I wanted to, and I was studying the charts. And it was paying the bills too and taking less of my time. The guys that were making the same as me were working during the day, and they were working from 10 to 7. So I was shaving 4 hours a day that they weren't shaving, and I didn't have a boss down my neck. I was there all alone all night with one cool dude that we were really good friends. He didn't care as long as we got the work done, and we had a good time. We watched movies together when we set like files to go. We hung out. Like, it wasn't that bad for 5 years, but at the same time, I could only make so much money, right? So like I got into a comfort zone, and once you get into a comfort zone, life kind of keeps you comfortable. So Bitcoin on the 1 minute getting rejected by the 200 SMA, not a good sign for Sammy Cup and Handy here. Can we get the move out this little flag? Can Bitcoin pump back to 68,000? Doesn't look good. Looks like it looks like we're getting drained, right? So what's the call? What's the move? How do we make some gains today? Well, it's Thursday. Not my favorite day to trade. Volume dries up a lot sometime by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm always weary of that. Something we definitely have to be watchful of. Even if we are at work, what are you listening to in your headphones? I think further downside, no days off. You're doing good for a 60-year-old man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Most would sleep all day, bro. That's been my challenge. I work a 9 to 5. I'm learning. Yeah. I got my shorts, but I'm in a hedge in 100 MOG. Oh, that's crazy. I wouldn't force myself to trade on a Thursday after all the off the PPI and CPI and all the nonsense. I really wouldn't, you know. I'm looking, honestly though, I wouldn't be surprised if this flag breaks to the upside. This is very similar to the flag we played yesterday during the Fed meeting. It was just one quick flag. I played stochastics to high and I got out, right? I'm going to look at it. I don't believe I'm going to take the trade, but I am going to look at it. I'm going to take a gander. All right. Okay. We'll go over to Footers. I'm going to Footers. It looks like we're about to break out on the 1 minute time frame for a move to the upside, in my humble opinion. All right. Stochastics are low. We're touching the 21 and we're in a flag. The cool thing about this is you're technically front running a move above the 200 MA. You break above the 200 MA, this could really propel it further to the upside. We could easily just get rejected here and dump too. I'm not saying, don't ever take me as 100%. Oh, he said it, so it's going to have to happen. That's just untrue. I'm not 100%. So you have to be logical about watching my show. All right. Like, oh, the guy's so accurate, so everything he says is right. No, it's just not true. Nobody is 100% in this market, so don't expect me to be. I do the best I can as a human being. It's my consistency that makes it look good, and that's what people have. And then you're like, oh, so I just need to figure out a way to become consistent to become a millionaire. Yes, exactly. Now you get it. The only reason most people aren't rich or aren't where they want to be in life is because they're not consistent. Ask yourself, why didn't I make? Oh, I wasn't consistent. Why does someone make it to the NBA? Consistency. I mean, that's why I like sports so much, because it displays, sometimes you can't see it in business because it's like there's a lot of mental attributes that someone puts in. You know what I mean? Like a business guy working hard. You can't see it as well as you can see statistics on a basketball sheet, right? But sports just lays it out for you. The guy that does more, the guy that practices more, puts in more work, usually has more results. The more consistent individual wins. It's like get hurt a little less if you're more consistent about how you recover, all that stuff. Like, and you wonder why, how come, Tom Brady didn't get hurt as much as everybody else? So he was more consistent, and everybody gets injured. Apparently he didn't, I don't get as sick as other people do, knock on wood. You know what I mean? I've been doing my live stream for 4 years. I never took a day off, even when I was sick. Some people were so sick, they would not be able to do the stream. In 4 years, there would have had to been a day where they were like, I'm too sick, right? So can this flag boots to the upside here at 68,156? And we're just kind of, you can see, we're just draining slowly down for the last 10 minutes, just slowly after the rejection of the 200 SMA. But that is a cup and handle. All right. Kind of a money printer right there. And so here we are at a standstill. You can see price action just slowly grinding. Shout out to all the new lifers here on the live. Thank you for being here. Shout out to all the new people that joined the trading group this month. Shout out to the people that joined for the year too. My wife always points out when people join for the year and she tells me who they are, and I'm really excited. Thank you so much. You know, when you join for the year, you just really get me going. I'm like, this guy wants to rock for a year. This woman wants to rock for a year. She wants to rock. All right. Yeah, for sure in sports is being elite is just being elite consistently more than others can. Yeah. How do you become pro doing something over and over again? Yeah. Lifer, what about Bitcoin dominance? I don't know why children athletes become athletes. A lot of that is genetics. Shout out to Jennifer Moffitt. It's genetics. I firmly believe, yes, they have some, athletic ability. But at the end of the day, it's from the father giving such a good example of consistency. So they learn at a young age how to become consistent. By the time they're 10, 12 years old, they get disciplined. They understand discipline, And look, there's the dumpage. This is just a nasty day for Bitcoin. And honestly, I'm telling you, they obliterated the market the last 2 days. So it's like if everyone is at the beach and the sharks came and ate everybody, and the sharks were still in the water, and you decided you were going to come back to the beach on Friday and go swimming. Well, they were eating a lot of people when there was a lot of people at the beach. Now you're going to be the only one in the water. What do you think is going to happen to you? You see? So I'm very cautious on a Thursday, Friday after we have CPI, PPI, Fed meetings, all that, because they've shredded the market. They've gutted us. And it's going to take some people are going to have to get their paychecks on Friday and come back retail, and other people are going to have to come back in. Yeah. Yeah, 5% genetics. The next is exposure to certain environments. Yeah. See, that's why I said, how do two brothers make it into the NBA? If it's a once in a lifetime. Because you can actually do anything you put your mind to. And the dad tells them at a young age, they're going to make it to the NBA. They train and they train and they train until they make it to the NBA. That's it. There was never an option that they weren't going to do it. Once you decide that is the reality, that is the reality. That's what people don't realize, how much in control you are over the outcome. The world and the universe are going to throw you curves and things aren't going to be perfect. But you're in control. Every single day you're in control. Okay? Everyone has experienced that euphoric win moment. How often do you push and revisit that place? Amen. Eventually you realize the wins aren't what you're going for. You're going for the journey. You're going for the act into the win. Once the win happens, you're like, before the win, and then you sat back and decided you could pat yourself on the back. For me, it's like, I'm never win. I have a huge live stream, something goes well, it's a big day. I mean, that's great. Michael Pa, 500 us. We got 2,500 people on the stream. It's an amazing stream. We're rocking it. I hit all the gains. I call it out. And then the next day, what? The next day, I don't make those gains from yesterday. It helps me. The reputation grows, right? The channel gains some steam. But you got to show up the next day. My whole point is, no matter how hard you worked for years on years on years, you can lose it all by being lazy for 3 weeks. Consistency is about always being there. And that's what I truly found out. Because I used to be able to do something for a year straight, 2 years straight, then give up. And I wonder why I didn't get anywhere. Because I didn't realize how much more consistent I had to be. There's a level of consistency way above what you even thought possible. All right. There's $10 ice cream for the Dotterami. Shout out to Billy Eatman. And Billy, he took a one-on-one yesterday with me. All right. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Super interesting dude. I enjoyed the hour and 20 minutes we spent together. It was absolutely unbelievable. Billy, God bless you and your family. He told me a book that I had to find, right? And it was Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters by Colleen Marlowe. Oh, no, by Meg Meeker. Sorry. By Meg Meeker. Okay? And he said every father has to read this. All right? And he made it a point to tell me. So I want you to read that book if you can, everybody. I believe the Lifer is giving us good advice there. And I'm going to take it a lot of, see, I may be good at charting and I may be good at trades and I may be able to learn how to make money. And I became, financially free and all that. And that's great. But I don't have all the answers. And there's a lot of older people that take a one-on-one with me and you don't realize how much you teach me. And so I learn from everybody that joins the trading group. I learn from all of you, and there's life lessons to be had that I don't know. Some of the lifers are learning, how to trade from me, but they've already raised kids and they know way more about family life than I even know about yet. And what I'm going to encounter and what things could happen. And so I got so many people that are there for me on my life journey through this trading group. And that is the biggest blessing that I've ever received from the trading group. That was the curveball. See, when you start the business and you go into charting, you don't really think about the philosophical outcomes and the connections and that none of that dawns on you at first. You're so busy grinding. And then when these one-on-ones and these connections I make with people, I believe they're the true reason I'm doing this. Like, the money's cool, the lifestyle's cool, the business is great, being on YouTube is fun, but man, having these valued connections with people that I know care about me because they go out of their way to come to a one-on-one, So shout out to Billy Eatman. God bless you. Thank you so much, man. I wanted to take some time out of the show and dedicate it to you, my man. God bless you, bro. I'm your age, bro. My oldest daughter is 20. Amazing, see? Always a student. Shout out to Brian Mosblich. Mosblack, right? Mosblich. Wow. What a day to be alive, though, huh? And every day is a day for, maybe we DCA today, add something, And we're not over yet. We haven't lost that low yet. There's a still chance that this 1 minute does break to the upside here. What they're doing is they're stretching out every move. All right. And I can tell when the market isn't in the best of places to trade. I can see when the market's been the best, and I've seen when the market's been tough. So I know when to pull back. So when you see me in the trading group say, hey, I'm not going to post a lot of alts right now, I don't, it's because I'm protecting the entire group, saying, hey, the probabilities are low that we're going to be able to mail NASA. I know when the probabilities are the highest. I studied it for years. I'm not always right, but I'm pretty damn close. I'm going to be closer to anyone because I do it every day. So together we figure this out, right? We don't always know exactly what's going to happen. All right. Shout out to Visa, and I'm ready to raise a kid. Need to find a wife first. There's no internet in Algeria at the moment, only YouTube. I always watch your live to keep updates on Bitcoin price. And now I started to really like you, man. I will never miss your show. Shout out to Waleed Jabani. God bless you, man. Thank you. I heard a wise man say, you're the opportunity. 333. Amen. I love you, Lifer Adam. May God bless you, friend. 100x longs coming in. And honestly, look at this kind of look what I see here too. Like almost a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You see, it's not perfect, but it does have some head and shoulder vibes. I'll tell you that. Bitcoin's struggling right now. You got to see it back above 68,000. Okay. Lifer, any thoughts on FLUX? No thoughts. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. Someone just keep asking about it every single day here on the channel. Fast DEX seems to be awesome, but yeah. And I'm going to go to a different chart now. I got to be able to see something differently for Bitcoin. I got to break my mind. Like, there's got to be something that I'm not seeing here to make it more obvious to me of what's going to happen. I take away the moving average. I take everything off the screen when I do this, and I really want to channel some energy here. Like, what are they doing to us? What is that? That's interesting. As you can see, it's a way more difficult day than yesterday or the day before. It's not the same. See, trading, no day is the same. No day is ever the same when it comes to trading. Like, what is this? Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what is that? I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of a cup and a handle, right? Like, if we had to make some sense of it, it's a cup and a handle. And we know some resistance is holding there. So here's the deal. I kind of like this. So that's it. Pretty simple to me. And it goes back to that like descending triangle I looked at. Likely that if you even start to close a 4-hour candle below 67.2, that you're going to drop and test 66,000 and then you're going to test 64.8. So it looks like we're going to dump down to 64.8 today. That looks like so that just looks likely to me. So if this can't get above the 200 SMA on the 1 minute in the next hour, half an hour, yeah, it's going to spell you're going to make another right shoulder there. Look. And that could be the catalyst to the downside. You got to break back above this yellow line sooner than later on the 1 minute. And I don't see the volume coming in, right? S&P just bounced. Maybe the bounce is coming soon. Let's take a look at the S&P futures and see what's happening. Let's take a look at the DXY first off. Wow, so the DXY bounces all the way. So the DXY gets a huge pump, a huge dump, and then a huge pump. And it's weird with the petro, right? They're not renewing the contract with the petrodollar, right? Saudi is like, we're done, man, right? And so, a new paradigm is changing with BRICS. You can see that's a war. That's economic war is bigger than war now. We don't really have real war. It's all kind of smoke and mirrors. We have hateful people that are, killing children on both sides for whatever reason. I don't even want to talk about it, but if you think killing kids is cool, then I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, right? That's all I can say. If anyone on either sides want to justify the fact that a little girl is getting her face burned or something, like, come on. At the end of the day, like, we're human beings, man. I wouldn't, I feel bad when I would feel bad if I saw a bird getting hurt. Never mind a human being. And a bird doesn't even have religion. You know what I mean? A bird doesn't even have a religion. I just feel bad when I see a being getting hurt, period. I'm hypersensitive to beings. Other people don't seem to be as hypersensitive to me. You know what I mean? I have to quit leverages, go back to boring DeFi and mining, right? I know, right? You're funny. Yeah, we have politicians to do what's best for themselves and not for the people. Our votes do nothing to change the outcome. Amen. Yeah. I'm sensitive to beans, yeah. How do we know that birds don't have religion? I mean, a good point. Well, religion that I know of. All right. So the DXY comes, look, resistance, bounce. It hits a resistance here. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour actually has some legs, like it could bounce. So the DXY broke out of a pattern, broke back inside, looked like it was going to dump. Got below the 200 SMA on the 4-hour, and then all of a sudden just ripped right back to the upside. Like, it's just so weird. And I mean, that's a bullish sign when the 1-hour gets back above the 200 MA. What I like about having prerequisites that are facts in trading is you don't question them anymore. Like, look, the 8-hour on the DXY got above the 200. Bullish, period. Now, we had a pump, rejection every time. The DXY gets above 105. It's going to pump up to 105.53, and that's going to be a Bitcoin dump. I have seen them pump together. It can happen, but if politics could change anything long-term, they would not be allowed. I never said you need religion to be a good person. I never said that. I don't know. I mean, you're saying a statement. I'm agreeing with you. I never said that, I mean, it looks like the 1 minute is going to pump here, right? It is. It's starting to pump. But it has to break the 200 MA now. Otherwise, it's making a right shoulder. You see that? And the Stokes are getting high again, without a lot of love. We got to get above this POC. If you get a rejection there, I mean, I don't see why we don't short the market at that point. I just don't like low volume Thursdays. There's not my day. Either short or long, it doesn't really matter. Your close relationship to life, nature, and energy may be one of the factors that contributes to your ability to see the market. Amen. Well, God didn't believe it is about the faith of God. Amen. Hope Bitcoin will pump higher. The crypto markets is an overbought bubble, just like a property market. Bitcoin price must fall sharply before. I disagree, man. Shout out to Hakan. It's insane what he's saying. Similarly, the Bitcoin entry price for ETH is not because more favorable. People who invest in ETH, stop driving people. I don't know what this guy's saying. Hakan, I love you, man. God bless you, bro. I don't know if I just look at the charts. You're going too far into things that you don't know about. See? Too many people think they understand every single facet of what's happening in the reality of life, and you can't control all of that. All you can control is the charts and the probabilities that you've seen before. What do you think about Bitcoin after 1 hour? Will it hit 69,000? I don't know, man. I don't think. I just look at the charts. Whatever the charts convey is what I'm looking at. Okay? That's it. That's it. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I'd greatly appreciate it. $18.76. 752 likes. 1,440 people here on the live. Thank you for being here. There are layers to this market. It's like a complex cake. Amen. I wish I could control the charts. Hello from Disneyland. Shout out to Hollinator. God bless you, man. Hope you're having a good time in Disneyland. Disneyland's in California, right? Disney World's in Florida. So you're out there in San Diego, if I'm correct. I went to Disneyland. I never went to Disney World, but I did go to Disneyland. And Universal Studios. I had a good time. I was like 16 with my mom, 15. Yeah. I love this cake. Shout out to Sean Carr on the house. God bless you, brother. Hello, Sam the Great. Nice to see you again. Shout out to Ricardo Almeida. God bless you, brother. Almeida, yeah. Ricardo Almeida. God bless you, man. I feel like we might be getting a rounded bottom in. Looks like it on the 1 minute. I see the right shoulder getting made right there, bro. That's a right shoulder now, just like we talked about. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. That would dump you down the neckline. Somewhere down to about 66,800. All right. Yeah. I mean, I was there. I was 15 and I'm 41 now. I just can't believe that was 26 years ago that I was somewhere and I can say that. It's so strange. If you come back to LA, please let me know. I would love to take you out for some good eats on the house. God bless you. You grow, I grow. I'll be around. Yeah. I see this as a head and shoulder about to take it to the downside, my friends. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, sayonara. Unless you get a crazy bounce. And honestly, the market has just been absolute trash today. Let's be honest. We call it what it is. There's opportunity, and some days there's opportunity to do nothing. All right? Temporary pump, maybe tomorrow, we'll see, and then dump later on. You guys just say whatever you want. It's just so funny. It'll go to 69, then to 65, then back down. It's going to go to here and there. How about you just, everyone right now? I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Say it out loud. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Say it out loud. You don't have to know where the market's going. Like if my model says when we get above the 200 to open up a long, and I do that twice a day and I win, I don't have to know where the market's. I don't have to know a dang thing about what Bitcoin's doing. Yeah, long term, I'm in Bitcoin, right? But I don't have to care. You know what I'm saying? I broke my rule and traded FOMC, and now I'm paying for it. It's funny, I never trade FOMC, but I saw my signal right before FOMC and literally had a brain fart where I forgot it was FOMC for literally a half a minute because my signal was so strong. I took the signal and ended up banging on FOMC, right? But that was very rare for me. That was very rare for me. I usually do not trade FOMC, right? So if you're just jumping into the live, I have identified a bit of a shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. That's your neckline. When you break the neckline, you drop, headed down to 66,800 for Bitcoin. Huge level of liquidity below us as well. Looks like we may dive right in to this deep level of liquidity. 66.6 is just waiting. So I have an indicator telling me we're going down. I have a pattern say we're going down, and I got liquidity up the wazoo down there. Again, and I know that the weekly support of resistance is 67.2, and once you lose it, you're kind of going back to 65.5, right? I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Crazy suspicions of that 2 p.m. dump. 1 hour, 66.8.786. Celtics 3-0 in the series. Yes, they are, baby. It's going 10 million per Bitcoin and retracing at 15K. You're funny. Exactly. That's what it sounds. That's what I feel like you people were saying today. Just whatever comes to mind, right? When you say dive in, I picture DuckTales. Woo! diving into that money pit. Woo! That's Dump City. Stop loss on the other side of that POC. You lost the point of control too as well on the 1 minute. You lost the 200 SMA, and now you're bear flagging for more. Again, we may not have the volume for the fall through, and we may pounce up, and they may just go after the stop. See, that's why Thursday's already tough, but sometimes there's some volume hanging out. And it wait till but like now you can already tell, and I'm telling you, because of the slaughter throughout the week, the CPI, because of all the things that went on throughout the week. All right. Still a red day, a day where I buy more BTC for sure. Something I probably will do. All right. Even Arkham taking a beat down from $2.70 all the way to $2. I mean, it's insanity. Like it was we had a chance where we could have got a bounce, and the whole week just kind of took a beat down, man. I did DCA into Arkham and built a bag of it, right? I like these lows for Arkham personally. Arkham, one of the hottest coins in the game, really showing its strength, but this market can be brutal at times. I'm telling you right now, it can be brutal. I'm going to round off that 800 for BTC, right? And you can see I constantly buy more Bitcoin. I'm almost going to have another whole one. I'm looking at like 5 years from now, 6 years from now. This behavior that I just took is going to pay off. I'm not looking at right now in the day-to-day. I'm not letting my emotions get to me over, Bitcoin taking a move. Look, we're dumping. I told you we were dumping. I showed you the head and shoulder before it happened. I went over this. And if you took the short, you're in the game. Come to show some love. PS Jesus Coin is looking good. Just saying. Shout out to Lee Cola 5, man. God bless you, man. I hope Jesus Coin does well for you, man. I'm not in Jesus Coin. And I probably never will be. I love you, though. And I appreciate you. And I thank you so much for the super chats. And you're a very nice man. But I'm also a very stubborn person. And if I didn't get into Jesus Coin at the very beginning, and I also have a weird feeling about it, I have to be honest. But again, I'll keep that to myself. So the head and shoulder dumping to the downside as suggested, going back down to the low $67,000 area for Bitcoin. I just got snipe orders for AI tech, getting close to my average. Hey, and look, here we are. We're flooded into the liquidity. BOOKMAP told us that we had all the liquidity there. That's where we were going. I showed you the head and shoulder pattern. I showed you the right shoulder before it even happened. Then it made the right shoulder. Then you took it, right? I'm telling you, man, this trading stuff is like, it can be child's play. But again, I don't know everything about today, but I could see the smaller move there. Look, you could have taken that scalp and called it a day. Maybe it was 100. Maybe it was 500. Maybe it was 1,000, depending on the person, the amount of money they used, and the leverage. But that could be enough. That could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could be in the market for 5 minutes and call it a day. All right. Yeah, Jesus kicks some dudes out of a temple for being money changers. Amen. I told you the DXY is in a 3-day diamond. Funny. Let's see. I'm open-minded, but don't tell me stuff. I told you. I don't like. I got rid of my boss a long time ago, man. I'm not into someone telling me anything. I told you. That's a diamond. I disagree, man. You think it's the diamond here, right? Nah. That ain't no diamond, man. That's your... I mean, I don't... Yeah, I'm open-minded. That's your diamond, right? I don't know. I say no way, bro. I say shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. Right? But again, who knows? Only time will tell. And that's why support or resistance is key. And moving averages. Look at the 3-day. You're getting oversold in the stochastics. Where is the 200 SMA? You're above it. That's a bullish sign. Right? If the DXY is above the 200 SMA on the 3-day chart, bullish. I don't care what you know. So to me, the diamond really doesn't matter. It's kind of irrelevant. You get it? In my humble opinion. So you're looking for this to break out and continue to pump. What if the DXY goes on this massive tear on some crazy manipulation and we get a black swan event and it's kind of weird. It's looking like something could brew and we could get a pump here. You're desperately looking for this to eventually make a move out. It is somewhat of a symmetrical triangle that's 50-50. But it gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit, I'll tell you that. I'd rather see the 3-day chart below the 200. It's been making higher highs and getting tighter in the zone. I mean, that's kind of bullish for the DXY. If it was a diamond, it would come in the bottom. It would come out the top. So you would also be if you believe this was a diamond, it would be the same. You know. Okay, Jesus Coin people, we get it. We appreciate it. But we don't need to be reminded every single day. Amen. Shout out to David K. Yeah. This close to rate cuts? I don't think, no. There was no indication that we were going to get close to rate cuts yesterday at all. It was actually an indication that they were going to basically not cut rates for a while. You know, he was somewhat hawkish yesterday. I'll be honest. Now that I really review what he said and take it in, he was far more hawkish. He really was. You know, it doesn't make any sense with everything going on with the USD. But again, we are at a resistance. And a week from now, we could lose the 200 and make a nasty dump, right? But we got to watch this for the next 2-3 weeks for sure. And if you get a bump out here, and I mean, that's going to spell trouble for Bitcoin. You want to see the bearish retest. So this is going to be the test here in the next 3 weeks for Bitcoin. It's going to take us maybe the next 2 months, man. It could take us to September. All right. The hawks are real. He said we're getting 1 cut instead of 3. I don't even know if we'll get 1, honestly, the way he said it. But you have Elizabeth Warren screaming for cuts. PPI indicates cuts. You had Canada cutting, right? Which you think would push us to cut. So, right. And there you go now. A nice little dump to the downside for BTC. Still, look, you know, and that's why it's hard to have like the 1 minute chart and the 7 minute chart all together here. But I mean, we see it's hard to see what's going to happen on the 7, but on the 1 minute, we could see the head and shoulder pattern. Now you got a bit of a bear flag, no? Wants to dump further down, and then you're going to hit the measured move of the head and shoulder pattern perfectly. So, like, I don't call longs in the market. You know, it's very rare. I'm like, hey, let's go long. And then you see, if, you know, I'm accurate again today, at least even for that mode. We'll see what happens. Can you get no bullish divergence on the 1 minute? Suggest we go lower. Look, I took the neck, the head. We wanted to trade FI and crypto for adoption. Now they bring the old shoe baggage with them. Amen. Why? Market is all-time highs and money isn't flowing into crypto. Haha, Jeremy, said Quentin. It's funny, I can't follow the conversation as much as you guys can. I attempt to, but it's hard, right? And what a mess. So again, on a more volume type day, we would have went all the way down here and then back up again. You get like the moves are less, even the shorts are less, even the longs are less. It's just there's less volume out here. You could try to say this is divergence, that swing down to that swing down, and that's overall flat. But I'm still not liking what I'm seeing here for BTC. Somebody said the S&P future bounced, and it did. Weird. And look, I've been bullish on the S&P. Why is Bitcoin slumping? It's so weird. Wow, so the S&P just pumped hard. That's what's crazy about the S&P. It just opens with gaps out of nowhere. It just, you know what I mean? It just... Oh, this is CME. Yeah, I'm always looking at the CME, yeah. I mean, that's crazy, right? And now the S&P's in a 1 hour flag. How do you guys trade the stock market when it has all these wacky, like... Wait, why does the S&P have a space like that? That's a glitch. Because that's a futures... Or maybe it was that Monday night or something? No, like... That's pretty strange, right? There shouldn't be a glitch there on the S&P. Let's look at the NQ. Do we also have one there? Do we have an issue on the servers? A big gap there on the NQ2 as well. So TradingView had some type of issue apparently. But if you look at the S&P and the NASDAQ, they both look like they're in flags that want to break out with low stochastics. They don't look like Bitcoin, you know? So if you're new to the channel, I found we were right here about a half an hour ago now. And my name's Sam Price. I've been trading markets for 16 years. And I basically said, you know, this could break out, but look out for the right shoulder. If it hits a right shoulder, we're going to dump to the downside. And I made that prediction. And we made the right shoulder, and we did dump to the downside. And so far, I'm pretty spot on. And now I'm looking for another move further down here out of this bear flag. Okay. Yeah, there's a Russian fleet 200 miles from the Florida coast. Honestly, man, I don't really care. I don't give it to the fear. I just don't. God will provide a way for me, or I'll die in a blaze of glory. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not stressing it. I'm just not. I refuse to live in fear for any single reason. I will be prepared. I will be protected. I will stay strapped, but I refuse to live in fear for any single reason. I just don't. I don't believe in it, right? S&P is lagging compared to Bitcoin. S&PX gonna crash hard after. Why do you guys say what's gonna happen? Like, it's so weird. S&P gonna do this. You don't know what's gonna happen. Anything could happen. You could die before you even see that. I'm sorry to say it, but I could pass away before that even happens. You might not even see it happen. Like, you guys, people are so strange to me. You know nothing but the fact of your own ignorance. You do not know what the market's gonna do. Start saying that to yourself over and over again. I've been in the markets for 15 years. If anyone would say I know what's going to happen, it would be me. I don't, and I continuously tell you I don't, because the longer you're in the market, the more you're going to get your butt kicked every time you tell yourself you know what's going to happen. I'm doing everything I can to protect you, and you still don't want to listen. It bogs me out how many times I see people here on the live say that they know where the market's going. You do not know where the market's going. Period. All right? Right? A great way to stay in touch with your life or community. He goes, Russian fleet. It's a submarine and a frigate going to Cuba. Big whoop. Hey, Sam, I'm a part of the 99. Best decision I ever made. Can you check ton? Much love. God bless you. Shout out to Steve for the $4.99. God bless you, brother. All right. No, it closes every day between 4 and 5. That's why the gap. I never seen the gap, though, like that. You know what I mean? Like, where's the gap yesterday? There's no gap here. Look. You said it closed every day. That's not true, Dave. And that would be at, I mean, I get 12. That would be at 6 in the morning. Am I right? That was 6 at night last night. And then back at 4 in the morning. Like, and look, it doesn't even make sense. The gap doesn't make sense, right? It skips an hour, number one. It goes from 16 to 18, right? You know what I mean? Gap is for the futures, for the sense that you can take it before the market opens. It's a contract change. Yeah, something happened. Something happened. Because I never seen a gap. Look, there's no gap in the futures, man. Right there. It's very rare, though. You don't see it. Very rare. I watch the market every day. I look at these things every day. So look, there's one there. So there's only 3 since December, man. You know. I think it's a glitch in TradingView. I don't know. Anyway. Next thing you know, they'll be telling you there was never a cornucopia in the fruit of the loon logo. That's what they're saying, though. That's what they've been saying. It's a rare thing for sure. But it definitely mainly futures trading before the market could be wrong. After hours. Yeah. Love from India. Yeah, I love what this guy said. He's not angry. He's just fed up with people saying they know things they can't possibly know 100%. Yeah, I just don't want people to get hurt, man. That's all. You know. It's a contract change. Happens every quarter. God bless you. Thank you so much for the love, master friend. Appreciate that. That's why we saw it. Yeah. Makes sense. All right. I swear I remember the cornucopia. It did, though. course it had a cornucopia. We all had. We remember that. It was something like that. Remember? Like, you know what I mean? It was definitely something like that. You know what I mean? Back in the day. Thank you. Shout out to Ellen Lee, man. Yeah. It's always Bernstein Bears to me. Berenstein Bears. I know, it's so weird, right? Febreze with 2 E's. It's just so weird, man. Like, someone said, are they messing with your mind to, like, you know what I mean? Funny, I went over that with another lifer, the Mandela effect. It's funny that you all know that. But that's the type of people that are in the trading group. We're the meta people, man. We're outside of the universe. We're on another level, you know? Fruit of Loom straight up gaslighting people. Yep. Smurf one is crazy. What's the Smurf one? The dude had red pants, didn't he? Now he doesn't have red pants anymore? Papa Smurf always had red pants, like, but now he doesn't have red pants. Is that what is the Smurf one? Someone tell me what the Smurf one is. What is that Smurf one? I mean, that's what it's come down to today, right? Everything's slowly capitulating. Yeah, Bears are definitely over leveraged right now. Lots of liquidations at a mere 69,233. They say 2012 we merged into other dimensions, Mandela theory. Yeah, the longest river we remember was the Mississippi, but now it's the Missouri. Someone asked for PEPEAI in ton. Bullish divergence of the 1 minute Bitcoin chart. Slightly bullish div right there. I agree. Right here. But you got overbought stochastics in the bear flag, likely to take us for the downside. I called the downside even there on even the entry there at 67.5, you'd be in the money. Papa Smurf always had red pants. Yeah. Now he doesn't though? Is that the thing? He doesn't have red pants? They used to be blue. Smurfs are in. Yo, you're funny, man. Does Stanley have a mustache? They have Britney's. IO was some crazy moment over the last few. Yeah, IO was insane. We can talk about that. So there's always opportunity in the market. Look at this IO. Someone asked about it yesterday. It hit KuCoin at 30 cents. 66, they say. I saw 30 yesterday. And this thing rallied all the way to 637. Obviously came down with a crash, right? MEXC got it later. So MEXC didn't get it. MEXC got it at like 2 something. All right. Like MEXC came in at 3. I put out a little flag for it. That flag did break out for 13% and then came down, then braked out again, and then eventually took the double top dump with the bearish div. But wow, that thing was on a moon mission. And literally 24 hours went from 60 cents all the way to $6. Did a 10x. All right. I don't know who Mr. Peanut is, man. Yeah. It sounds weird, though. Considering Terrence Howard completely shattered the math and universe as we're taught, should watch the podcast. I've been on all that stuff that he's been on for a long time, to be honest. I just don't talk about it because there's a group of us that know and a group of us that don't, and you know what I mean? And you meet people that get it, and you talk with them, and then you're silent for years, you know? Okay. Was there also one involving, I don't know who Mr. Peanut is. Filecoin info would be interesting. Let's take a look at Ton. Ton is one of the hottest coins right now. Strong. If it stays above 650, it's so strong. Right? So I put out Ton to the trading group inside this beautiful channel. Right? And I could see it breaking out. And I called it right down there at 631, and it boomed all the way back up to 793. We were looking at it back when it was 513. Right? So if you're in my trading group, you've been in Ton, and I've been talking about Ton, and I'm showing you, I see a $12 Ton coming. And compared to the rest of the market, Ton don't care. Like right now, Ton is strong. Right? Let's open it up a little bit and see what's happening here for Ton. And again, it has the Telegram app. It's got so much already going for it. It's going to be hard to compete with when it comes to the other chains. They just don't have the sauce Ton has. Now, yes, maybe it comes back down to the bottom of the channel and we get a chance to get Ton one more time at 696. And if it ever loses the 200 SMA on the 4 hour, but Ton is bullish right now compared to the rest of the market, period. Ton is bullish. If it lost its trend line, lost the 200, fine. Then it succumbs back down possibly to 613, but it's still bullish compared to the rest of the market. So it has some buffer. If anything's hot right now, it's Ton. All right? So, yeah. I'm making money on Andrew Tate's mom coin. Mr. Peanut hangs out with Mr. Coffee. I don't understand what's going on there. I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, Ton still may pull back, but you're looking for that 696 level. In my humble opinion, that would be the key. All right? But Ton is showing strength compared to the rest of the market. And I do this a lot. You can go to CoinMarketCap. When you see these dumps, head on over to all the cryptos, hit the 1 hour. You'll probably see Ton up in there. Funny, I don't see it. That's weird. Okay. But in the last hour, you can kind of see what coins are a little stronger. In 24 hours, you can see, and there's Ton. In the last 24 hours, strongest coin in the game. All right, it's actually up while the rest of the market is taking a beat down. So, KuCoin share is still holding $10 though. I mean, I remember that was $1. Tron at 11 cents. Cardano still at 40. Cardano, one of the saddest coins to hold, man. It's like, and even Atom too. This market has been tough. It hasn't been the same. It's been pumps in only small sectors like memes and like, you know, it's weird. Most visited R trade. Funny, it's been that visited. People like that low that much. Tells you that maybe people are getting in at that low. R trade is that visited. I didn't think it was that popular to be the most visited on the site. Right? Trending, of course, IOO because people want to know what happened there. And Vitalik Smart Gas, I have no idea what that is, but up 26%. MicroStrategy is going to buy more Bitcoin, of course. That's all they do. 500 million notes offering will fund significant Bitcoin purchases and corporate purposes. Right? Announced a $500 million private offering of convertible senior notes due in 2032 with proceeds primarily intended to further Bitcoin acquisition. The offering targeted qualified institutional buyers with be conducted under Rule 14A of Securities Act of 1933. It may also allow initial purchases to buy an additional $75 million in notes within 13 days of issuance. Huh? You sent it that fast? Billy, how did the honey get here? That I was on a one-on-one with Billy yesterday at like 3 in the afternoon. And he's like, I'm going to send you honey. Like, how the heck he got honey here that fast is absolutely insane. Billy, man, you're out of your mind. And he sent me the book, dude. Billy, man. Yo, man, come on, Billy. Look at this dude. So the guy pays for a one-on-one. He shows up to the live with a great attitude. Writes me a note. Thank you for the time today. Here's the honey, I promise. It's raw, no treatment of any kind. Fresh from the spring harvest. I'm enclosing the book. If you're ever in North Alabama, you're welcome anytime. Finally, if you have any struggle you need to talk about, I'm here for you, brother. Billy E. And he wrote his number. Thank you, Billy. Strong fathers, strong daughters. And there's my daughter, too, who gave me the book. I'm a softie. You're making me cry, Billy. And he sent me 2 jars of giant honey that he made himself. Like, no labels, just fresh honey. I just can't believe he got it here under like 24 hours. I didn't even know you could get things to someone's house in 10 hours, 12 hours. That's insanity. Billy, thank you so much, man. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever done. Thank you, Summer. I just never thought people were going to be that nice to me. And there's the dump that I just called to the downside for Bitcoin. And I hate to be the most accurate guy in the world, but I showed you the head and shoulder. I showed you the flag, and both of them are heading to the targets that I presumably gave you. So, you know, I may talk about things. I may go on a tangent, but I got the chart on the whole time. I'm showing you what's happening, and I'm not BSing you. I never gave you a long here. I never said let's go long. I said I've been short ever since we lost the 200 on the 1 minute. Right there was the entry. Right when I teach you the simplest way to print. Right when we lost that 200, you open up the short, and there it goes. You know. Do you know if BlackRock opening up a stock exchange is true? Yeah, apparently they're going to open up the Texas Stock Exchange to compete with the New York Stock Exchange. And I don't know what's going on, but these are massive long liquidations. A lot of people think it's cool to leverage long, like altcoins and stuff. I think they're complete clowns. I meet a lot of people and they're like, yeah, I got 10. I'm like, I hold long-term spot, man. That's the only way you're going to make it. That's the only way you're going to make it, man. Stop BSing yourself and try to think you can hold leverage longs. Oh, I'm in these altcoins 10x for the rest of the market. Yeah, right. Man. Legend, please check Updog on micro cap meme. Thank you. Shout out to Drum and Art for the 277. And a massive dump here for Bitcoin. Come one, come all. Usually we get a lot of people watching the stream during the dumps and the pumps. So, and again, if you're just coming in, I gave you the right shoulder before it happened. I should have shorted that thing and made the gain on it too. It was so obvious to me. But my rules sometimes are not to trade too heavily on Thursdays. So it's weird. I got rules, but sometimes I should have overrid the rule. It was so apparent. I already saw the head and shoulder, but you confirming it made me short. Thank you for all the hard work and knowledge. Much love, Sammy Cup and Handy. Shout out to everybody here. Don't call me Sammy Cup and Scammy. I don't even think that's funny. I don't even think it's funny, honestly. I appreciate the super chat, but I don't even think it's even somewhat funny because there's so many people in here doing weird things. I don't even want that associated with my name, even as a joke. Please. You know, I work too hard, man. So thank you. Let's take a look at and I really appreciate the super chat. I don't mean you rude, but I will be honest with you too. Shout out to Drum and Art. Shout out to Alex Me. Shout out to Afraki. Hey man, I'm just giving you a $10 because you made me gains and so many other people. I appreciate you taking your time out of your day for us. Also, you should check out the new coin called FJB. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It'll probably do well. Live, laugh, deep dive, all-time high. I don't know what that means. Link from Pickle Rick. Shout out to Pickle Rick. Was there also one involving Mr. Peanut? I don't know who Mr. Peanut is. Thank you for Master Friend. Hey, Sam, I'm a part of the 99 business decision I ever made. Can you check out Ton? We did. Thank you, Steve. Lee Khalifa with the Jesus. Yep. Ice cream for the daughter. Thank you, Billy. And wow, we have $77 in chat revenue on the dot. What are the odds of that? $77 in chat revenue. Always the 77 with the lifer, man. Everything I do is on the 77. And these dumps are hard. These dips aren't easy. We just lost 67.2 again, my weekly support of resistance. That's oh so important. Now they're going to try to bump us up again, but this is a nasty dump. And look, it went right to my target. That was the length of the pole of the base. I could see it happening. I'm spot on with this stuff, man. And if you trade the head and shoulder to the target too and more. So you just made massive gains if you took a short. Anyone made massive gains with the short? Watching the chart with me? Anyone learned what I taught and were able to short the market and make massive gains right now? Put a 333 if you made gains shorting the market today on the live. $400 profit. All-time high, 333, 333, 33. I should have taken the call. I don't know why I didn't. I hesitated. Sometimes I do. Love is the strongest frequency. I didn't dare. Some fatty bulldog on the 15. 3333, up 37. Got my lunch for the day. Amen. Shout out to Pickle Rick. 98% gains, 100% short, DCA, 33333. I'm a spot trader. I got faint of heart. Amen. We love you, man. God bless you. Monetary and mental gains. Watching Lifer. Love you. Shout out to Luke Seagrooves. What is this? I don't know. What are you saying? Stopped out, went long. Oof. Market is crazy. Why is it still red? You guys ask for like reasons why things have to be. Nothing's got to be anything. Now we got to get to the 30-second chart. Massive dumpage. The DXY is getting this pump. I don't know what's happening. Honestly, there's no rhyme or reason. I never find a reason for things. I just play the charts. Everyone wants to find the reason for it. I never do. I say, hey, we lost the 200 SMA on the 1 minute right there. That was the reason. Then we got rejected right there. Had we gotten above it, I would never have shorted. But I could see this whole thing forming before it happened. All right. You'll get this accurate too, and you'll be able to see the markets if you stick with me for years. You'll be able to trade any market in the world. This is just one moment in time. 5 years from now, you'll be able to trade something else. There's always gains to be had out here. You just got to pay attention. But it isn't easy. We will bounce, guys. Chill. Bitcoin has strong support at 29,000. You're funny, man. Manipulated DXY pump. 100%. Some type of weird manipulated DXY pump, in my humble opinion. But not every coin cares. Look at Ton holding 739. On that, I think wants to go back to 12 at one point. Why is it red? Because it's going down. I know, right? Big stablecoin inflows to exchanges yesterday. They are buying the dip. Yep. Hey, I bought the dip. You got to buy the red days. Steve with $100 super chat. Sam, you changed so many lives, brother. You deserve everything you have, so much more. My father passed when I was younger. You have taught me so much more than just trading in the 99. You have given me given me and many others a blueprint for life. God bless. Lunch money. Steve. I got to read that again. Sam, you've changed so many lives, brother. You deserve everything you have and so much more. My father passed when I was younger. You have taught me so much more than just trading in the 99. You've given me and many others a blueprint for life. God bless. Lunch money. Thank you so much, man. That is so nice of you. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. Some days it hits you harder, man, you know, just where you're at in life. And man, I'm so humbled by each and every one of you guys. I'm sorry, I'm such a freaking crybaby. But it's hard, man, connected to this many people around the world. Like, it's heavy. It's heavy putting yourself out there to the world. Like, it's not easy, like, and you guys make it, you guys make it amazing. And so thank you. Look, he dated it and everything. I'm going to attempt to pop this top. My good, that's so amazing. Wow, it's got some flower essence in there. Dude, made with love, dude. Thank you so much, Billy. Man, it's all good. We love you, brother. Amen, man. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Man, I don't see the trolls, guys. I really don't. I got too many people full of love around me. Trolls don't even know what to say here. I'm so positive that negative people don't even want to be around me. You know what I mean? Negative people don't come to the stream anymore. They used to here and there, but it's really only awesome people now. I don't even know, like, how to read a bad comment because I don't know what that is. There's only awesome love here. Like, I'm only surrounded by love and people that want to change their lives. I'm not surrounded by any of the nonsense, you know? So, yeah, Bitcoin is trolling at the moment, 100%. Right? Shout out to Justin Cashmore in the house. Live in light and positivity and trade at your highest frequency with the lifers. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker, man. You attract what you are. Amen. I'm crying with you, Sam, but we all have to move on. My son passed in the same month I retired. That was 2 years ago, but through the grace of God, we pull through it. I'm so sorry you lost your son, Joel. I can only imagine what it's like to lose a child. Like, you want to die with dreams of your children, of what could happen to them, right? You want to be on your deathbed thinking they're still doing their thing, and I love them, right? Tana's the only coin I would be DCAing into right now, or even touching at the present moment. It's so hot, showing that it does not give a dang about Bitcoin at all. It's doing its own thing. Someone asked about PEPEAI. I don't know, man. It looks like it's a rug, bro. Then someone tried to tell me TokenFi was rugging. Like, what? No, that's just what doing the rest of the market's doing. You know what I mean? It could make a low and eventually make a huge high over time. Right? Yeah, no parent should outlive them, yeah. Aleph holding well against the dump, too. Okay. You get what you give, Sammy. Notcoin has a burn on the 16th. Oh, Notcoin keeps burning, too, huh? So 3 days from now, they're going to be burning more Notcoin. That's some good alpha right there. When you're looking for, so if Bitcoin even makes a little bounce that day and then you get the burn on Notcoin, I almost feel like it broke out and it's doing a retest outside of the channel. You see that? This thing looks like it's getting ready for its another big move to the upside. Very interesting. Billy, I still don't know how you got the stuff here and freaking... You overnighted it? Yes or something? Must have spent some money, man. You went right to the UPS store like that night? I don't even know how you got... You must have paid extra money, did $50 to $100. I don't know, man. Please read Steve's super chat again. He said it perfectly. I mean, I read it once. I read it twice. I'll read it again. Sam, you've changed so many lives, brother. You deserve everything you have and so much more. My father passed when I was younger. You've taught me so much more than just trading in the 99. You have given me and many others a blueprint for life. God bless. Lunch money. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Today is still number 2 lowest day since April. Highest frequency crew in the game. What to do if you have one Bitcoin? It ain't gonna make a difference. If you sell now, it's up and down with the ship. Seems you either buy alts at lows, or after halving. But next time could change. You gotta buy them, yeah, like at the lowest during the bear market. But honestly, this has been strange, Jennifer. You know? This has been strange. Like the market has been a little difficult to understand for everyone. You can even see like old school YouTubers being like, what? Now remember, nothing pumps forever. Like you had a beautiful pump for JASMY. Absolutely lovely. It was awesome. Honestly, I actually see some really good stuff here for JASMY. What did I just do? How did I do that? Anyway. Let me break down JASMY for you right now because actually it's one of the hottest things I see. Look at this 12-hour curving. Look at this coming down while this coming up. That's hidden bullish divergence. All right. Hidden bullish means that there wasn't enough bears to bring the price back down when the indicators retraced. Really, that's kind of what it says. It has a, it talks to you. So there's the MACD turning 2, and now you're in this falling wedge. We went to 4.4. We almost hit the 5. And then you pull back. The moving averages get too far apart. It happens. The 12 hours like pretty extended, but you came back to what? The 21-day moving average on the 12. I teach all my students this. See, what happened is your emotions will get in your head and think you got to keep going up. But eventually, your TA will say, no, you're too far from the 21. One day, you'll eventually make the call and you'll get out of a trade and you'll watch it dump down. It'll take years. You'll be watching price away from the 21 and you'll get pounded, you'll get pounded, you'll get pounded, you'll get pounded. And finally, one day, you'll sell the top. And you'll go, what? And then that'll be something that'll be a habit for you. And eventually, that habit will pay off over time. You got to create habits in trading. It's not easy to create the habits. That's why I always tell people take profits when you can. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as such. But you got to take profits when you can. All right. I mean, yesterday was a crazy day too. Like I worked so hard yesterday. It was insanity. Yeah. All right. And we do have super chats here that I still got to finish off. Link F. I don't think I'm going to do FJB just because it's controversial for the moment, but we know what that is. And Updog on MAZZE. All right. But JASMY is getting a bit of a dump here. 3-day chart says you have to come all the way back down to the 21-day moving average. So the 3-day chart says you come back to the 21 before you get your next pump. And you're oversold in the stochastics. You very well will come back down and test that wick at 2.7 before your next bigger move. The 3-day chart suggests that could definitely happen. All right, for JASMY. Sorry for your loss. If you're here in Florida, check out Heroes Unmasked and help make a brighter day for others in your son's honor. God bless you. Adventures of Mr. and Mr. Good Deeds. I like that. Dang, looks like a lot of people shorting that bottom. Bullish. Sam, just want to tell you, when you speak about life, you are helping people, bro. Thank you. Yeah, it's funny. I see the numbers go down, and I think people are hating on me. It's so funny, man. I get in my head a lot when it comes to this channel, and I got to just tell myself to push forward. It's not easy. I'm telling you right now, it's not easy being in the public light every single day of your life. It is not. Bitcoin is so heavily manipulated, I don't think it will reach its true potential due to the manipulation of the market maker. Hey Sam, can we check out IO, new GPU token that launched a day ago? We went over it already today. I appreciate you bringing it up though. Yeah. My super chat, live Latin love. Yeah, I don't know what your super chat said though, honestly. It just said something, but it didn't, you get it? You know, it just said, deep dive AT high, all time high. You know what I mean? I don't like this coin that much. I'll be honest with you. It's like a bandwagon coin at the moment. I don't know. Maybe it does numbers. I believe it's gaming, right? It's at 80. It's at 8 cents. It's a pretty good spot. It did come out early at 6 cents. I knew about it a month and a half ago, but I didn't really truly deep dive it. It's a mid-second figure contract annually with the world's largest telco, turning 8 figures by Q2. Already 3 contracts signed for cloud gaming. 10 plus more in Q1. Partners include world's biggest gaming company, 170 plus community members, NVIDIA partnership, Inception program. So it's got an NVIDIA partnership. I mean, that's a big deal. It is up 30% today alone, right? Despite the rest of the market. I knew about this coin a long time ago. I feel like I just didn't get in early, so I kind of like let it sail. Look, that thing wants to go further to the downside, man. My target's 66,000, 63,393. We had the liquidity too. Wow, now they're going to bring us all the way back to 65,000. It's just crazy. Every time we got above 60K, I thought we were out of the hot water again. And then they've been playing with my emotions too. It's been nuts. I'll be honest with everybody here. Like, this has been insanity. Like leave me alone and just let me come back in a year. You know, it's like, what the heck are you doing to us? And all of us feel it. So it says it's up. I don't know why, how it says it's up. The chart doesn't really say it's up, but I guess in the last 8 hours. Okay, so it just hit MEXC. So I didn't realize it was just coming to MEXC. Oh, no, there's a gap there. I'm about to say, like, look at the gap. Sometimes they change the ticker name and then MEXC gets a gap in the ticker. I'm going to look at it on like KuCoin for now. So wow, it did just hit KuCoin yesterday. I knew about this coin a long time ago. That's the only thing, you know, it's like an old coin to me. But then at 4x today, I'm just confused. Hold on, let me see. I'm like, because I knew about this coin, people kept talking about it. Did it just come out though? So I was. Let me look at it. I heard about this coin a long time ago. I'd say 2 months ago. Distributed GPU cloud infrastructure for gaming. So it's basically DPIN for gaming and AI. So it's DPIN gaming and AI, right? I mean, the site looks amazing, right? Next level DPIN. Okay. Based out of Singapore. I wish I had bought some beforehand, but I guess I couldn't have. Back in the day, though, I think I could have gotten it on like Uniswap or something of that nature, right? Bitcoin getting a little bit of a bounce back to 66.5 here. So it came out. It's already up a 4x though since it came out on KuCoin. Wow, it went all the way on a wick to 20 cents. Crazy. It definitely looks like something that's worth buying, honestly, and it's hot right now compared to the rest of the market. There is that move. Let's take a look at a smaller time frame to get some information. I mean, you're oversold in a falling wedge at previous support of resistance. This thing looks hot to me, right? Like a hot buy. A deer. I think I'll put 500 bucks into this every few days for the next 10 days till I have 5 to 10 grand of it. I think that's a good look. I like this. I'm going to add it to my portfolio. I'm a little late to the party. I should have bought it a long time ago. I knew about it. But it's still pretty early with a $300 million market cap? Yeah, I mean, so, and if it tanks, it tanks. I'm just going to buy 500 bucks at a time. All right? So I'm going to be adding some tier to my right now as you speak. So what I do is I continue to add. I look at the bigger picture. While most people are freaked out and can't handle it, I'm buying more, right? And that's kind of my strategy. That's what I do. All right? That's what I train myself to do this. I buy market too. I don't even give a damn. I just want in. So I'll buy 500 bucks of this 10 times. Maybe you know, and I'll do 750 this first one. And you can see if you look at my order history, I got into 8119, right? Not that big of a deal, right? It's 812 already. So I already got in lower than that market value at that one moment. So I don't mind buying market, man. I do it all the time and it works out for me. So you can see my Bitcoin buys. I've been buying Bitcoin. I purchase in the bears. This thing is hot, you know, and it actually it's not even slumping compared to the rest of the market. And I firmly believe it could go lower and make a nasty dump down. And that's why I want 500, 500, 500. And if it pumps up 500, 500, I don't want to pay more than 10 cents for it. I want 10 grand of it below 10 cents. I want 5 grand. See, what I do is I tell myself how much I want of something and below what price I want. All right. So I say, I want 10 cents. I want 5 grand. I want between 5 and 10 grand. And I don't want to pay more than 10 cents. All right. That's what I do. Bitcoin says to me, it is going lower, my friends. Okay. Liquidity is way lower for us, headed down to 65,002. Sad, looks like we're going to now start to break weekly support or resistance at 65.5 now and just have to rebuild all over again. It's very, very insane. But that's Bitcoin. Let's get back to the time frame we were looking at. We were on the 1 minute, I believe. And now, yeah, that flag wants to... Now, this flag... So I gave you the head and shoulder. Dump. I gave you this flag. Dump. And I gave you the second flag. Dump. This would be the third flag in a row that I gave you. If it comes to hit that first target at 66.1, and it says it goes even lower to 65.9. So congratulations if you made money with me. You've been riding the short from 67.2 all the way down, about $1,000 short here for Bitcoin. And I don't see how we don't go further to this blob of liquidity to 65.2. The bulls have not shown up. There's no big buys coming in right now. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see if I can find this guy, Eric, here, who does inflows on Bitcoin. Eric Bakanas. I'm going to see if he has any tweets out here to give us any little bit of insight. Eric Balchanas. Okay. 9 hours. People's News. Stabner is joining North Trust to head up their ETF business. He was previously at Gemini. Interesting. Which I think makes him the first ETF person to make a round versus one-way trip to crypto industry. Interesting. A round trip to the crypto industry. Yeah, Northern Trust Asset Manager names head of global ETFs and funds. David Abner, pioneer of ETF industry, to oversee NTM ETF and mutual funds. Who are these bosses of bosses that get placed in these positions, right? The low-key after event hangout. Funny. That place is beautiful. But this guy studies the inflows pretty well. He didn't say anything right now. ETF model portfolio rebalances are starting to become macro events. Great quote for the growth of big-time models, which regularly do multiple billion trades in one day via the trading panel at our London event. Wow. Anyway, he's pretty good when it comes to getting information about what's happening. Breaking: Connecticut's Dan Hurley has turned down the Los Angeles Lakers 6-year, $70 million offer and will return to chase a third straight title. Interesting. The UConn coach, right? Wow. $70 million a year to be the Lakers coach. And he turned it down for the kids to bring them to the next level. Unbelievable. Finally, a little bit of life there for Bitcoin, getting a bounce back to the upside. And this is where the manipulation begins. The volume is going to get even lower as we go into the afternoon, more than likely. And that's going to create even more issues for you leverage traders. So I would be easy now. Today we took the gain, right? That was it. 10 to 12. 10 to 12 is our trading time. Then we can DCA, do the rest, begin to look and get ready for the next trading day. Don't overtrade. If you made gains already on that short, I would suggest to not overtrade. All right? I would suggest to not overtrade. And resistance clearly there at 67,752. Right? So I'm going to let the market do its thing. Shake around a little bit more here, but I mean, you lost the 200 SMA on the 10-minute, right? That was 200s are such beautiful places to make long, to make a short. Now, super oversold. We could get a beautiful bounce back to the upside here. I'm going to let my mind rest now. I've been doing charts since 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, so my mind starts to get kind of crazed. We could get a V-shaped recovery all the way right back up to 67,000. I wouldn't be surprised. So watch out if they just manipulate this market and go right back up. Then we'll be back inside the flag, and then they may pump the flag. You break back inside this bottom trend line, then the falling wedge still exists. I'll be keeping you guys updated. If I see another trade, I'll let you know in the trading group. God bless everybody. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when we post our next video. Now look, we're getting a little bit of a short squeeze. True insanities. So anyway, remember, don't get caught off guard. I would take my profits on them shorts now. But you do whatever makes you happy. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. It's you that makes this stream. I appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to all the super chats. We love you. We thank you. It's unbelievable that you would give that nicely. $186 in chat revenue on a red day. You people are blessed. Everybody, thank you so much for jumping on in. Stay positive. Keep pushing forward. Every single day is a day to change your life. Okay? And just stay around positive people. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. Get away from someone that puts you down, that doesn't believe in you, and that complains and whines all day. Stay away from those people. They do nothing for you. They're contagiously depressing. I love you all. Stay amazing. Have a great day. Don't let the markets get you down. We have a year here. We got a long time coming. We pay attention for the long. I bought some more coins today, right? I bought some Ethereum. I'm looking ahead. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow for Friday in the live stream. And tonight, we have a weekly screen share. Remember, everyone, weekly screen share tonight, about 8:30 to 10 o'clock. So be there or be square. Weekly screen share tonight. Go over my portfolio, talk about what I've added, what's happened, and where we're headed. May God bless each and every one of you, and thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.